Okay, so this is still your geometry. And it's from page 258, 259. So some of the harder questions. Okay, number 16. Number 16, you're given a circle. You're given the diameter. You're given some other information. So, before you start filling anything else in or try to figure any of the angles out, you know this is 90 and you know this is 90 degrees up here. You're told in the question, and you're given some letters. This is P, K, R, S and T, and you're told in the question that the angle TPS is 30 degrees. So TPS, if you trace that out, T to P to S, this is 30 degrees in here. Now, I don't know whether you can spot this or not, but even though it's hard to see, there's a triangle there. You know 90 and 30 add up to 120, which means this angle in here must be 60 degrees. If that's 60 degrees, this must be 60 degrees because it's vertically opposite. And then using the same logic and the triangle, 90 and 60 is 150, which means this needs to be 30 degrees in here. You're asked in the question, calculate the angle SUR. So it's 60 degrees. You can move on. Number 17. You're given this kind of a diagram here. Told that this length and this length are equal. These two lines are parallel. 40 degrees and P. Straight away, alternate angles down here, 40 degrees. Using the same idea, this has to be 40 degrees. Isosceles triangle, base angles are equal. If that's 40 degrees, 40 and 40 is 80, which means this has to be 100. This is a straight line, has to be 80 degrees. Moving on, question 18. Not particularly difficult. The only thing that you need to know is four-sided shape, (360 degrees). So to calculate the value of A, you're saying 360 minus 40 minus 120 minus 90. Your answer there is 110. If this is 110, straight line, B has to be 70 degrees. Number 19. An unusual question. It says the three angles in a triangle, and you're given their ratios. It's in the ratio of 1 is to 2 is to 3. But you don't know what, it's not that it's saying 1 degree, 2 degrees and 3 degrees. They're in the ratio of 1 is to 2 is to 3. The only thing that you do know is that those ratios add up to give 180 degrees. When you're given that kind of a question, the best option for it is to say 1x, 2x, 3x added together give 180 degrees. Because they're ratios 1, 2 and 3, so it's 1 by something, 2 by something, 3 by something. All of those somethings, provided that they're the same, in other words that they're all x's, it'll give you the ratio. So 6x is equal to 180. X is 30. So the triangle is 30 degrees is to 60 degrees is to 90 degrees. A very important triangle in itself. Okay. Last question. So you're told that you're in the question that you're given a rhombus, and you're also told that this angle up here is 112 degrees in total. So what you need to make sure is you need to know, do you know your facts about a rhombus? First fact and easiest fact to point out is all of the angles in here, when it's a rhombus, now it doesn't hold true for a parallelogram, but for a rhombus all of the angles there at the center are 90 degrees each. Other things that hold true for a rhombus is like it does for a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal, so this is 112 down here as well. Other things that hold true, this angle and this angle will be divided or will be bisected. So if I know that the overall angle is 112, if I half it, well then I know that this angle here is 56. This angle here is 56. Similarly, 56 and 56. In terms of working for the other angles, there are different ways that you could do it. This angle here, you're looking at the top triangle. You could say that it's 180 minus 90 minus 56. So it would have to be 34. If that's 34, well then this angle here would have to be 34 as well. An alternative to that would be to say that it's a four-sided shape, so it has 360 degrees. You've got two of the four angles, so minus 112, minus 112, and then you could half it. So that would tell you there that this angle here, its total sum has to be 68 degrees. And of course, because they're bisected as well, if you half that, you get your 34 and 34. So it's two ways of doing the same thing. Neither way is better, it just depends on what way you can see it, and sometimes depends on the information on the question, but you do need to know both methods. Okay, that's all of those questions.